Hello and welcome everyone to another DSLBD Lunch and Learn. I'm Camille Nixon, Project Manager on the Innovation and Equitable Development Team. This is a program that we offer every week, Wednesdays at 12 o'clock live from MLK Library and also from your homes. If you're joining us by computer, we're glad you were able to. The topics vary each week. Today we'll be meeting with City First Enterprises, a local lender who will walk you through their products and guidance to help you access capital and grow your business here in the district. But we have a variety of topics offered every week, and a lot of them come from our viewers, from you. So if there's a topic about your business that you'd like to learn about, let us know, and we can organize a lunch and learn to help you with that. I'd also like to introduce my teammates who are here. Innovation and Equitable Development Team is led by Kate Marin. We also have Cynthia Golson on the line. Kate, would you like to share anything about Lunch and Learn or Inno.ed?
Just to let everyone know, as Camille mentioned, we are at the MLK Library every Wednesday, 10 to 4, and we always have a lunch and learn. These sessions are recorded, but please do feel free to stop in and chat with us at the library any Wednesday, 10 to 4, any topic related to your business, whether it's finance, planning, marketing, or otherwise. And thanks for being here.
Thanks, Kate. And also on our team is Caroline Howe and Shannon. I think Taylor, I think they're both here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off. We're really excited to have City First Enterprise join for a couple of reasons. As I mentioned, they're a local lender, and also they do a lot of work with us, both in supporting some of our lines of credit products that we have going out through them. Also the city as well, they have managed some of the grants that go out through some other agencies. And in addition to products, they'll talk about some of the services they provide to help you as a business go through the application process and be successful. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. Let's get started. I'd like to bring in Jonathan Reyes and Shayna McLaren, who is with City First Enterprises. Welcome.
Thank you, Camille. Thank you. It's so good to see you again, and thank you for having us. I would like to first introduce myself. My name is Jonathan Reyes. I am the loan officer with City First Enterprises. I have been with City First for actually yesterday was my 1 year anniversary, but definitely feels a lot longer. So I'm the commercial lender for City First Enterprises. So happy to be here, and I'll kick it off to my teammate Shannon.
Thanks, Jonathan. Good afternoon, everybody. So nice to be here. Thank you for the invite to this Lunch and Learn event. My name is Shauna McLaren. I'm the Director of Small Business Programs at City First Enterprises, and really excited. I just started with this organization at the beginning of the month, but I previously worked for a large nonprofit nationwide small business lender. So I've been in the industry for more years than I care to admit, and really happy to talk about City First's products and answer any questions that you may have about small business financing and other topics that may be useful to your business at this time. So thank you again, and feel free to jump in or type your questions in the chat. We're happy to get to them.
Perfect. Thank you, Shauna. So you may be wondering, okay, City First Enterprises, who we are. So we want to go over to the next slide. So City First Enterprises is a mission-driven, nonprofit, commercial and small business lender headquartered in Washington, D.C. We've been around close to almost 30 years now. We are a community development financial institution, and our focus is, in helping minority and underserved communities. We are a holding company of City First Broadway, the largest Black-led bank in the country. Some of you may know City First Bank, but they did merge with Broadway Bank in California. So now we are City First Broadway. So we are the nonprofit extension of the bank. Now, as far as what we like to focus on, we do have a variety of areas that we focus. We support minority-owned local business in the DMV metro area with affordable financing and coaching in the following areas. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time here because we do have 4 quadrants that we focus on. We like to focus in affordable housing. When it comes to affordable housing, we provide a lot of capital for low and moderate income housing, mixed-use projects that may have a mixed residential component, and market rate housing located in areas where real estate development will have a positive impact on the community. We also focus a lot around community facilities. So we provide financing for facilities, that service their communities, including, health centers, early childhood education facilities, child care centers, charter schools, art organizations, and among others, as well as nonprofits. Then we have our small business, and this is the area where the Shauna is leading, and this is what we're gonna focus today. And on our small business focus, we offer access capital to entrepreneurs via our CFE growth loan, and the CFE contractors capital line. Now we do finance real estate acquisition if a small business has been renting for their location for a while, and they're ready to purchase the location that they're in. So it is for owner occupied real estate acquisition. If they need inventory or fixtures and machinery, as well as some equipment and vehicles. Now, if they are also maybe expanding into either a second location, and they need that in capital for expansion, we also do work with small business to finance that expansion, as well as any working capital need. Another area that we have focused on in the past, I would say 2 years, we want to be very green energy focused. So we do provide a lot of innovative debt capital solutions for clean energy investments, and like multifamily residentials, community facilities, and small businesses. Sometimes we do provide financing for qualifying investment that include rooftop arrays, community solars, and energy efficient retrofits, among others. We do have important, partnerships with DC Green Bank that help us with this area of focus on the green energy. Now, since we are going to be focusing on the small business and the growth loan, Shauna will go over, what is the growth loan and what does it look like?
All right. Thank you, Jonathan. So today we're given our short time frame. We're just going to do a deep dive into our growth loan product. It is a term loan for small businesses, and it ranges from $30,000 to $100,000. Terms up to 48 months to try to help keep the monthly payments affordable. Interest rates are between 6 and 10%, depending on the loan amount. And the origination fee is up to 3% of the loan principal. And the monthly payments, they are equal principal and interest payments. It's a fully amortizing loan. So if you were to make the regular monthly payments each month for the full term of your loan, you would be left with a zero balance at the end. But you can, if you're able to, make larger loan payments each month so that you can pay off your loan early. There's no prepayment penalty, and you can save on interest by paying ahead of schedule. We do take collateral. In general, we would prefer a first position UCC filing. UCC stands for Uniform Commercial Code. It is a lien on all business assets, and there may be other collateral options available depending on what you may have. In general, you can use the loan for a variety of business purposes, so working capital or inventory, equipment, expansion, or if you're purchasing another business. We're really hoping that this product can help small businesses as they're coming out of the pandemic. A lot of businesses in the DC area have hopefully been fortunate enough to take advantage of PPP or EIDL or various grants that have been available. This would be a great complement to that in order to finance your 2022 business goals. Minimum requirements to qualify. Our business clients should be located in the DMV metro area. We do require at least 2 years in business, a minimum annual revenue of $250,000, although there is some flexibility there. We would just want to make sure that your business is generating sufficient cash flow to comfortably afford the monthly payments with some cushion. and then minimum credit score of 620. In general, we just want to make sure that you've been paying your accounts on time for the last 3 to 6 months. Again, there's a lot of flexibility here because we also recognize that small business owners and everyone in general has gone through lots of ups and downs during the pandemic. So as a local lender that has been in the DC market for over 30 or almost 30 years, we really take the time as your dedicated loan officer to learn about your business, to learn about your story, understand what your current financial position is and what your goals are going forward. So we try to really, customize a solution that will work for you. And on the next slide, it will show just a standard loan package. These are just some basic documents that most small business lenders are going to ask for. This just helps us be able to better understand your business and your financing needs. So it's a standard application and credit authorization form, your valid ID, 2 years of personal and business tax returns if you have separate business tax returns. Sole proprietorships, for instance, just have a Schedule C with their personal tax return. A profit and loss statement if you have it, and we can certainly help you build one just to help you better understand your cash flow. Last 3 months of your business bank statements and your organizational documents. This is also just a good standard checklist of financial documents to get in order of.
Go ahead, Joe.
Oh, if you could please mute if you're talking in the background, that would be great. But yeah, so I was just saying that this is a good standard checklist of documents to have available, whether you are applying for a business loan or a grant. Additional documents may be requested if there's more information that's needed, but it's good just to make sure you have these at hand if you're looking for financing. And if you need any help with that, we can go to the next slide and Jonathan can review how we are also providing some additional support and coaching.
For that overview. Now, at City First Enterprises, we really pride ourselves in not only just, providing capital for small businesses, but also guiding them through the whole process. As a small business owners, you're so focused on the day-to-day activities. Sometimes, I know it's a lot of hassle of filling out an application, or maybe some of the language that it's on the application maybe you haven't even heard of, or you have maybe haven't really paid attention to maybe what financials you really need. So we are here to provide you with some additional support and coaching. Besides being loan officers, we also have our technical assistance program, and this is also an area that not only City First Enterprises works with, but also DSLBD provides the support as well, and they can provide this as well, and that's how we've been able to help other business owners. But some of the additional support that we provide during the application process is helping you fill out the application, making sure that you're filling it out correctly, that all the information you provide them is right and accurate. Make sure that you're gathering the required documents and certificates. If we're looking at, if you have any, one thing that we found out is there's a lot of businesses who've gotten the idle loan and they have a lien, they have a UCC filing lien, right? And they never knew that they had that, right? So we want to we help you with all those extra searches, make sure that your business is in good standing, and if not, what do you need to do to be in good standing? Helping you fix discrepancy in submitted documents, and make sure we understand the overall picture, understanding your cash flow and personal credit. I know things happen, situation happens, pandemic, but that's why we really take a deep dive into all of this to really understand the overall picture, and if there are some explanations, and again, we're very flexible with all of that. If you need to create any projections or budgets, and if the underwriter is requiring some projections, and maybe you haven't really seen what projections look like, or what template you could use, we can help you and provide you to that as well. We also provide you referrals to other resources and networks. One thing that we pride ourselves is if we're not able to, you know, help you or support you, or maybe the capacity is not there, we do have other referral partners or other resources that we connect you with, and that's how we've been, you know, working with, you know, DSLBD, Capital Impact, Wake Up, all those other organizations to make sure that we're providing you services all throughout the whole process. And that concludes our presentation. Now, on the next slide, we do have our contact information. If you have any other questions, or you know, if you have any other something that, you know, other things that you may want to know that we not cover here, or you're interested in learning about different other programs, please definitely, you know, you can shoot an email to me, or shoot an email to Shauna, or give us a call. We also, if you want to submit a pre-application on our website, you can do that as well, and somebody will reach out to you. So that being said,
Thank you so much, Jonathan and Shana. I see some questions have been coming in the chat. Please keep dropping them in. We'll jump into those in a second. I just want to echo, CFE, City First Enterprises, is a local lender, and the uniqueness of supposed like a regular traditional lender, as you saw, as John just spoke about, all the additional wraparound assistance and guidance they give through your application. If you were to go to the traditional bank and you may not qualify, they might not guide you through that process and figure out how you can improve your application and be in a better position as a business to take on debt and repay that debt. So that's a great benefit with going with a lender like CFE. And also, as they mentioned, DSLBD, it gives them some support as well to help them consider different businesses they may not otherwise consider through the line of credit program and other products. So you get the help both from CFE and additional help from DSLBD through them. And a bonus, I just put in the chat presentation that Jonathan and Jeff from CFE did a couple of weeks ago, which highlight how CFE works with other agencies. There's a program through our Department of Insurance, Securities and Banking, DISB, called the Collateral Support Program, and they'll work with that program so that your collateral that you need to pay through City First Enterprises for a loan with them can be reduced. So they're a great partner, not just with you as a business, but with the other resources out there to help make your loan possible. So let's see, we have quite a few questions that came in the chat. I'll start at the top and move through, and then at the end, we can take them when people can come off mute and take them. And also I'll check to see if we have any callers on the line who would like to come off mute at the end and ask their questions. So let's see. The first one came in from Justina. How long does it take to get to qualify and close on the loan? I see Shana answered it. They're 2 weeks. Anything else you'd like to add about that time period?
I would just say the time period really depends on how quickly you're able to submit your loan package. Sometimes that's the longest part of the loan application process, is that you know, if you don't have all of your loan package documents together, or if you have any questions about how to fill out certain items, it may take longer to gather all of those documents. But typically, once we have everything, it takes about 2 weeks to get an approval and funding.
Awesome, thank you. And Thomas has a question which you also answered, but I was curious about a little bit more detail on that too. Thomas asked if there was a working capital product of $500,000 to $700,000, and if not, do you have a loan product connected to accounts receivable? Can you expand upon some of your guidance that you shared in the chat?
Yeah, so I think that's a great question. Currently, our small business loan product only goes up to 100,000. There are other lenders in the ecosystem of CDFIs in this area that do provide larger loans above that amount. I listed some as LISC or CDC Small Business Finance. For larger loans getting, you know, above 500,000, those may be through the SBA or one of the SBA products, or with a bank. So that's something that perhaps that City First Bank could help with. And we do take accounts receivable into consideration as collateral, but don't currently have a product specifically tied to your AR. And Jonathan, I don't know if you have anything to add there.
No, you covered. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Great. And it also looks like a question about your credit score, if that's impacted when you do a pre-application. So it just sounds like it is a hit on your credit score when you do submit the pre-application form.
So I'm sorry. I do want to apologize for that. I totally missed the pre. So no, the pre-application is
Oh.
just a pre-application is just to give us a snapshot of what you're looking for, some initial information on the business. There isn't an inquiry on your credit report. The inquiry comes in when you submit a full loan application.
Oh,
Right.
that's good to know. Okay, so it's not to the full application. Would there be a touch on the credit report? That's excellent to know.
Yeah.
Correct. Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
thanks for clarifying that, Jonathan. And so we do try to first collect the basic loan package so that we can do some financial analysis on what you're requesting before we pull your credit. We do want to make sure that you that a loan and makes sense for your cash flow, and that we have a good sense of what you may qualify for before we do a hard pull on your credit, because we recognize that a hard pull does affect your credit score, at least temporarily, and we try to avoid that if we don't think that you may qualify. And if you we would also recommend that you pull your credit ahead of time if you're looking for financing. It's always good to know what your credit report shows before you start talking to a lender so that you can make sure that it's accurate, or you can gather documentation to kind of tell your story about what may have happened in your credit in the past. A good resource to pull your credit for free is annualcreditreport.com. You can pull that. I believe they're allowing for monthly pulls during the pandemic. I may be wrong on that, but it's typically an annual pull from each of the 3 credit bureaus: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Again, it's annualcreditreport.com is a good resource for that.
That's a great tip, getting familiar with what's on your credit report. And like you said, there could be a mistake that you just don't know it's there. Or there's just a reality of your life and you have a chance to see what the lenders are seeing before you speak with them and have a way to explain how you got to where you are with your credit score. Thank you for that, Shana. Let's see. And another question that came in, do you have any loan line of credit for businesses without $200,000 in sales? And a second part to the question, how can you assist a smaller company without a high revenue yet?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. We currently don't have a line of credit product available. It is something that we're considering and trying to determine how best to facilitate that. One thing I'll say is many CDFIs, including City First Enterprises, we're not a one-stop solution for all small businesses. So we do have that requirement of minimum annual revenue of 250,000. Again, there is some flexibility there. I would say like the absolute minimum would be 150,000 in annual revenues. Kind of depending on what may have happened during the pandemic with your business. But as a CDFI, especially one that's been in the market for as long as City First has been, we've developed a great network of partners, and can hopefully refer you to other resources, other CDFIs, or business resources that can assist you if you don't meet our requirements, and whether you're smaller, whether you have revenues that are less than what we're looking for, or with our product, as someone mentioned, if they're looking for larger loans, we may not be the best solution at this time, but we always try to make sure that we're connecting entrepreneurs with the resources out there, because we recognize that it's like a full-time job to find financing. So we try to help with that. And Camille and her team, I know, are also great resources in that regard as well.
Yeah, the good news, I think, looking at the spectrum of money and size of business, there is something out there for businesses of all stages and sizes and needs, and City First offers a lot of it. And DSLBD will share when we send the slides and the recording link for today's session. I'll put a link to the document where you can kind of look to see City First products as well as the other CDFIs, local lenders in the area, and what they offer above and below City First's range of products. So if you need something a little bit smaller or much bigger, you'll be able to see maybe where those fits are for you. I think we had another question. Oh, I'm not sure if I understand this, so Justina, come offline if you need to clarify it. There is no discount points? Is that?
Yeah,
Is she still here?
Christina, feel free to clarify, but I will say, we do try to offer a discount to those folks that may have really good credit. So credit score over 750. Also, if you are a veteran, and we try to offer a discount to our repeat clients. So we're really a relationship-based lender. If you build a relationship with us and come back to us for multiple loans, we may be able to build in a discount just as a thank you for your business if you've maintained an on-time payment history with us.
I have another question. So with the discount points, I was thinking that far as in mortgage financing, but the origination points, is that a solid 3 points that you charge no matter what the credit score is?
So the loan origination fee could be based on your loan amount. So it could be up to 3%, as low as 2%. For larger loans, we tend to charge a lower loan fee. But as a nonprofit, loan fees are that's one of our main ways of covering our operational costs and the cost of underwriting your loan. And so there isn't a lot of wiggle room. But thank you for the question. Did that answer your question?
I don't see any more questions in the chat. If anyone else still on the line has a question, feel free to unmute and ask it or drop it in the chat. I don't think we have any phone users, but if we do, also encourage you to unmute and ask any questions that you have.
And our contact information here is on this slide. Jonathan is a real estate expert. I know we have multiple real estate products in addition to this small business product that we've discussed today. But feel free to reach out to us if you have any follow-up questions after the meeting.
Well, if there are any more questions, I just want to say thank you so much to Shayna, to Jonathan, to City First Enterprises. I love all the products that you do and the work that you do, and that you're so accessible to help the businesses get to your loan product or refer them to another product that makes more sense. So thank you for joining us today for the Meet the Lender at Lunch and Learn. Again, we'll be sending out the slides and the recordings to everyone, plus a link to that list of providers locally, as well as City First Enterprises links to their products, as well as this pre-application form. And we hope you all have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everybody.